What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I'd ask please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rage Rants TV. This is how we do. Rage and Rebels make some noise. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. Y'all, in today's video, and this is purely on hypothetical situations, this is purely what if, we're going to discuss potential trades for James Harden. And the only type of player I would trade James Harden for and who I would trade James Harden for. Now, quick disclaimer, before we even get into this, again, this is just purely hypotheticals. Y'all know I'm a big fan of keeping James Harden. I was a big fan of keeping James Harden and Russell Westbrook. I just don't see why they just couldn't coexist. You know what I'm saying? They're two grown men. They could have found a way to share basketball. But you know what? Hey, I'm not them. I'm not the GM. I'm not the owner of the team for a reason, I guess. You understand what I'm saying? So, with that being said, we got John Wall. We got James Harden. And understand this, okay? James Harden is an all-world player, okay? James Harden is a top 5 player in the NBA. James Harden can play for me on my basketball team any day of the week. That's why I don't want to see him go. But if we got to trade him, understand we are trading a former MVP, a guy who's averaged no less than 25 points a game since he came to the Rockets in 2012, a guy who has averaged no less than 30 points a game for the past 3 seasons for us. You understand? So understand we trading the guy we're trading is absolutely one of the greatest and most phenomenal talents we will ever see grace a basketball court. Understand that. But with that being said, if he's made it clear he don't want to be here, the only type of player I am trading James Harden for is a young up and coming superstar, preferably a player that's already been to a few All-Star games, if not one already. And here's why I say that, because we're trading a guy with all those accolades, and you can say what you want to, but James Harden in the right system and the right pieces around him is a championship contender. You understand what I'm saying? You can say what you want to. The Rockets should have been in the championships in 2017. We were a Chris Paul injury away from going to the championship. I think even the Warriors know that. I think KD knows that. That's why he's trying so hard to get James Harden to come over there to Brooklyn. But I digress. But here's why I'm not trading James Harden to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, I mean, you can say what you want to about Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert seems like he couldn't be. Karis LeVert doesn't seem. He seems like he could be a potential All-Star, but he doesn't seem like he could be the best player on his own team, a championship team. You understand what I'm saying? He's good. You understand what I'm saying? He could even be elite in some seasons, but I don't see him being someone that can take over a team. You know, she can give the team to, give the keys to, and have success. You understand what I'm saying? And that's not to say that he wouldn't necessarily have to do that, because we still got John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, you understand what I'm saying, Christian Wood. But that doesn't, that trade right there, just that we wouldn't get back enough to make us competitive if we're trying to be competitive this season. And now trading Russell Westbrook for John Wall, trading Westbrook for Eastbrook, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying? That seemed, I didn't like the trade, but that seemed to me like a trade we're still going to try to compete. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't like it, but I somewhat understood it somewhat. You understand what I'm saying? But if I'm trading James Harden, if I absolutely have to trade him, I'm trading him for a young player, and the player I'm trading him for is none other than Ben Simmons. Okay? Now I understand Ben Simmons can shoot. I understand that, but anybody can develop a jump shot. Hell, a monkey can develop a jump shot. You understand what I'm saying? Ben Simmons, 6'10", can handle. He can pretty much do everything on the basketball court but shoot. You understand what I'm saying? Ben Simmons can literally play every single position on the basketball court successfully. He can rebound. He can handle the ball. He can get your points down low. He can finish in transition. He can handle the rock in transition. I make us think about it. You adding John Wall and Ben Simmons on the same court. You got Boogie Cousins pulling up for threes in the corner, pulling up for threes, you know what I'm saying, at the top of the key. You understand what I'm saying? Again, I don't want to see James Harden go. I don't. But if I'm trading him for anybody, I'm not trading him to Brooklyn, because you're pretty much giving Brooklyn the championship. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. However, I would trade him to Philly because I don't see him and Embiid working out. To be honest, I really don't see James Harden and Kyrie coexisting. I really don't. I think that's an implosion waiting to happen. But I don't feel that we would get back enough compensation to make us competitive. You understand what I'm saying? If we're going to trade James Harden, that's a full rebuild. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the reason why the Westbrook trade confused me, because if you're going to do a complete rebuild, you trade Westbrook for younger talent. You understand what I'm saying? You don't trade him for you don't trade an all-star for an all-star and claim you're trying to rebuild. You understand what I'm saying? That's a shout out to, hey, we're still trying to compete. You understand what I mean? And I feel that Ben Simmons is the only logical trade that keeps us competitive. Not only makes us competitive now, but keeps us competitive going forward. Because I don't see how Christian Wood and Ben Simmons on this team for the next few years when they're both in their mid-20s. I don't see how those are bad building blocks going forward. Now I understand Ben Simmons has had some injuries himself, but we down here in Houston. You understand what I'm saying? Memorial Hermann Hospital. Memorial Hermann is some of the best. Is some of the best medical staff in the world, if not the best. You understand what I'm saying? So he's got a chance to stay healthy here. I think Steven Silas is a smart enough coach to know what kind of talent he has running, and to be honest with you, that not only keeps the team not only makes the team competitive in the fast break, but you think about the team defensively. He makes us better defensively because he's clearly a better defensive player than James Harden. You understand what I'm saying? There's no disrespect to James Harden's defense, but he's a better defensive player than James Harden. You understand what I mean? He's a better rebounder than James Harden. He's just as good a passer. The only thing he needs is a jump shot, y'all, and that's going to come with time. That is going to come with time. You think he's not going to come to Houston and not know how to and not going to develop a jump shot? And then also, since we have an owner that likes to, he loves his money, and I don't blame him. You understand what I mean? You get him back. You get Ben Simmons back. He's going to be cheaper than James Harden. Not only is he going to be cheaper than James Harden, he's going to be at an all-star level, a potential MVP. But at the same time, he's going to take a lot more money. And he's going to be with the team. He's going to take a lot less money, and he's going to be with the team longer. James Harden is 32, y'all. Ben Simmons is only entering his year 24 season. You understand what I'm saying? And not only is it going to keep us competitive now, but it's going to make us competitive now, keep us competitive now, but it's going to keep us competitive going forward because you can simply add pieces and move pieces around a player like Ben Simmons. You can build a team around Ben Simmons, and especially if he builds a jump shot, he develops a jump shot, it's a wrap. You understand what I'm saying? Again, I don't want to see James Harden go. I want him to retire Houston Rocket, but if I got to trade him for anybody, Ben Simmons is the only player. Ben Simmons and some draft picks and some shooters are the only things are the only players. It's the only package I want that's going to make sense to keep us competitive. And honestly, even if you were trying to do a rebuild, that's the only trade for James Harden I see right now that makes sense, in my opinion. That's my video for today, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know down in the comment section who you would trade James Harden for. If you absolutely had to trade him, who would you trade for James Harden to keep us competitive in the West? If not, just go for a full-blown rebuild. You understand what I'm saying? My name is Rage King. I'm out, and I'll be back later on with more videos, more commentary, and more of that good stuff for y'all. Now, hashtag that. Enough said. Go Rockets.